السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والعاقبة للمتقين، ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد. Welcome to Quranic Arabic Academy, Arabic Grammar Made Easy. Lesson number 8. In the last lesson, we've learned how to use damirs as maf'ul. Because maf'ul is in halatul nasb, we need to learn the damir of halatul nasb. We did look at the chart yesterday in the last lesson. From the chart, we've learned the damir of nasab case. Let's go through these damirs quickly. Who, ha, hum. No, sorry. Who, huma, hum. We're going to do mukhatab. No. Ghaib. We're going to do ghaib, mudhakkar first, and wahid, muthanna jama. So who, huma, hum. Ha, huma, hunna. Now mukhatab 6. Ka, huma, hum. Ki, huma, kunna. Mutakallim, the ya mutakallim, e and na. So regarding this ya mutakallim, when it comes with a fail and wants to be maf'ul, this ya demands kasra before it, and a fail cannot have a kasra, so therefore we need a noon before the ya. Now this noon can have the kasra. This is one of the things to remember. All right, we're going to do a little bit of exercise in this class. See if you can grab a pen and paper. In the lessons, please concentrate in the lesson. Do not take any notes. Because you don't need to, because I provide all the notes. The notes are there. The lessons notes are there. So you don't need to write any notes. Because when you're writing notes, you cannot concentrate in the lesson. So from now on, do not write any notes. Just grab a pen and paper today. Just going to do some exercise. Okay, today's lesson, sometime we need to make the jumla strong, emphatic. So how do we make jumla, especially jumla fi'liya, and especially the fa'al madi? Because we're doing fa'al madi, we're going to learn how to make fa'al madi to give us strong meaning. Let's go to the lesson straight away. Lesson number 8, making fa'al madi emphatic. In the beginning, we've learned there's 3 types of kalima. Number 1, ism, the nouns. Number 2, fi'l, the verbs. Number 3, harf, article. So from now and then, we'll do some harf as well. So today we do the first harf. The harf qad is used front of fa'al madi to make fa'al madi emphatic. So that's all we need to do. Use قد, and this قد is a harf. To make فعل ماضي more emphatic, use لا with the fatha. This is called lam ta'kid. So lam ta'kid is used with qad. So qad by itself, or more ta'kid adding lam with the qad, will become laqad. The harf qad is also used to make فعل ماضي into ماضي قريب, ماضي near, which is called present perfect. Just happened. The action just been done. We use qad to show nearness of the action has been done in the past. So when we look at the translation and we see the jumla has qad, sometime maybe in translation you'll not see the qad translated. So what is qad in English? What do we use to make a sentence emphatic? We use some words. Number one, for example, indeed. Another word we can say verily. Another word, surely. So these words are there to make the sentence emphatic. So as long as we see qad, even it's not translated, but still we will know this jumla is strong. So harf qad is used with فعل ماضي, before front of فعل ماضي, to make فعل ماضي emphatic. To make فعل ماضي more emphatic, we also use la with qad. So that whole word becomes laqad. And qad also used to make فعل ماضي into ماضي قريب. This is today's lesson, very simple, easy to remember. Just look at the qad or laqad. Qad or laqad. If it's only qad is used, okay, it is strong. But when we see lam ta'kid with it, we'll know it's more strong. Obvious, when we translate in English, we're not going to write twice, indeed, indeed. One is enough. Indeed, he did this. Indeed, they did. Indeed, I did. We just write indeed once. Okay, we've been doing the groups of fail, especially fail ماضي. Let's go through the groups. Today we'll introduce another group. First, we've learned Nasara group. These are all comes from this group. Next, we have learned the Fataha group. And these are there are more words and more verbs that comes from these groups because these are Quranic verbs and used in the Quran many times. We're just learning those verbs first. Next group we've learned Daraba group, which is yesterday we've learned Dara group, Daraba, and I hope you have memorized these verbs. If not, as I said, I cannot emphasize more enough how important these verbs for us to understand the Quran. So Hamala, Daraba to strike, Hamala to carry or to bear, Sabara to bear with patience, Zalama to do wrong, Arafa to recognize, Aqala to understand, Ghafara to forgive, Qadara to decree, to have power, Kadhaba to lie, Kasaba to earn. Kasaba, one of the surah we know, Surah Lahab, this fail is used. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. He earned. Malaka to possess. So from this group, the daraba group, the fails we've learned, these total words we'll find in the Quran, 905 times. Today's group is sami'a, another very famous verb. The beginners will always teach this fail, sami'a. Sami'a, to hear. Now, all this, the first three groups, we will see all three letters having fatha. So what we need to do, we need to look at the middle letter. The middle letter. The first letter will have a fatha, and the last letter also will have a fatha. This middle letter that changes. So first this group, look at Nasara. Nasara group. See the middle letter, fatha. So balagha, taraka, hashara. You take any verb from this group, the middle letter will have a fatha. Then the fatha group, again, middle letter is fatha as well. Daraba group, the middle letter also have a fatha. Now today's group, sami'a, the middle letter having kasra now. Sami'a, to hear. Alima, to know. Look at the number, 518 times in the Quran, in different sigha, either from fil madi or from fil mudari. Next, hasiba, to think, to consider. Next, hafiza, to guard, to protect. Next, khasira, to lose. Next, rahima, to have mercy on someone. Next, shahida comes 66 times in the Quran, to bear witness, to be present. Next, hazina, to be grieved. Next, amila, another famous verb, to work, to do, 318 times. Next, kariha, to dislike, comes 25 times. Okay. The next verb, which is basura, you can see the middle letter having dhamma. Although this basura is not from this group, because this group has the middle letter kasra, but basura, the middle letter has a dhamma. So this will come in another group. Yeah. I just put it here for today. So we learn this verb as well. To watch, 13 times. From this basura, the word we see basir. Basir. And this quality is for Allah. Basir. For example, basirun bil ibad. Yeah. He watches the servants. So from this table, or from this group, total words, 1,340 times. 1,342, sorry. 1342. We have to memorize, otherwise we will not know these verbs. We have to memorize the fail and the meaning with it. Sami'a, to hear. Alima, to know. Hasiba, to think. Hafiza, to guard or to protect. Khasira, to lose. Rahima, to have mercy. Shahida, to bear witness, to be present. Hazina, to be grieved. Amila, to do, to work. Kariha, to dislike, to detest. And basura, to watch, to see. We'll put this basura in the group that has the middle letter dhamma. Yeah. As usual, let's go through our fi'l madi, because the more we do, more we practice, the more we remember. This time we'll take a verb from this group, from Sami'a group. Let's do alima. Comes 518 times in the Quran. Alima. So I've got all the fa'ils with already. We just need to add the fi'l with it. So this is the exercise we're going to do. So can you write all these 14 forms using alima? The middle letter has a lam. Alima. So let's do the first one for you. Alima. Now the second one, we already have the file, which is the alif. All we need to do is just put this verb front of this file. Then jama, we have the waw. For ghaib muannas, we have the ta sakin. For muthanna, the file is the alif, but the ta is to show is muannas. And jama muannas, the noon with the fatha is the fa'il. For mukhatab, mudhakkar, we have the ta with the fatha to show it is mudhakkar. Muthanna, the fa'il is tuma. Jama mukhatab, the fa'il is tum. Mukhatab muannas, the fa'il is ta with the kasra to show is muannas. Tuma muthanna. Tunna is the fa'il. Jama muannas. Mutakallim, mudhakkar and muannas. Wahid, ta is the fa'il. The dhamma is to show is mutakallim. Tu. And muthanna and jama is the na. I'm giving you a few minutes to write all the sigas of al-madi using the verb alima, to know, or he knew. Once you're finished, just message in the chat. I know that you're finished. No, not on the chart. Write on the piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper, just go through your mind. Just say these sigas aloud. Madi qarib. Madi qarib. I think I did explain this. Something done just now. Near. Qarib means near. So the word madi is past tense. Okay, past tense could be a second ago, could be 1 minute ago, 5 minutes ago, 10, half an hour, 1 hour. half a day, yesterday, a week, a month, a year, years. These are all madi, all madi. Yeah. So if someone said qad and he means I've just done this, just the word just, either the person who did the action, he knows what he means by that, and the person is talking to, he also knows. For example, the mother is saying to the child all the time, stop playing, do your homework, do your homework, get off the phone, do your homework. Okay? Then mommy was busy doing something, but hour or two later, mommy again says, I told you, do your homework. Then the boy says, قد درست. I've done it, I just did it. This just mean either 1 hour ago, or either half an hour ago, or either 2 hours ago. So this is called present perfect. It's been done just now. Okay, I hope you have done. Okay, those of you didn't write, I hope you went through these figures. See if you are correct. Let's go through. All we need is okay, it's not coming. So Alima, Alima again, but because the wow is there, wow demands Dhamma before it. So Alimu, Alimat, Alimata, Alimna, Alimta. From this siga, the last letter will have a sukoon. Alimtuma, yes, no, one more. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna just start from beginning. Alim, tum. Alimti, alimtuma, alimtunna. Alimtu, alimna. Alima, alima, alimu, alimat, alimata, alimna. علمت علمتما علمتم علمتي علمتما علمتن علمت علمنا فتحة علمنا. So I can practice with other verbs. عمل, practice كره, رحم, خسر, حسب. Okay, what we've learned today is how to make فعل ماضي emphatic. We just have to add the قد front of the verb. If we add the قد front of this علم will be قد علم. So once we see the قد, we know it means pretty strong. Examples from the Quran. قد سمع الله. So as soon as we recognize a verb, then we look for the fa'il. Fa'il is always in halatul rafa, and maf'ul is always in halatul nasb. So over here we see lafz Allah is in halatul rafa, is the fa'il. Indeed, Allah has heard. قد سمع الله. Next. قد بلغت من الكبر عتيا. So we're just going to translate the words we already know. The words we don't know, we don't need to translate. We know balagha, to reach. Balagatu, so we found the fail. Let's find the fa'il. Any ism in halatul rafa? No. Look for the damir, which is the tu, fa'il. قد بلغت. Indeed, I have reached. Or just I have reached. Zakaria alayhi salam said this in Surah Maryam, that I have reached extremely old age. Kibar, age. Itiyan. This word is used only for kibar, but is the high end of something, the last tip of something. That I have reached extremely old age. How shall I have a son? Come on. You've been asking Allah to give you a son, right? The one Allah is saying, okay, I'm giving you a son. Now you're saying this, you're asking a question, how is possible? I'm so old, how is it possible? You the one who made the dua, Allah accepted it. MashaAllah. Next, قَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ مِنْ قَبْلُ. قبل means before, or in the past. Over here we see فعل, فاعل, and the مفعول. So مفعول is the damir we learned yesterday. Ka is damir is in halatul nasb. قَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ. Surely I created you. Indeed, I created you in the past. Next, yeah, so up to here we use the word qad. There's so many other examples we'll find just using the qad. To make double emphatic, remember this double emphatic you're not going to find in English, but you find in Arabic. What do we use? We use lam ta'kid with the qad. Famous ayah in Surah At-Tin, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ في أحسن تقويم. حلقة fail, we found it. Now we find the fa'il. Any ism in halat rafa? No. Just, we can see the file within built-in. Na, to give us the meaning of we. So who is the doer? We. Na. And maf'ul, do we find maf'ul? Any ism in halatul nasb? Yes, we do. Al-insana. Indeed, we have created humans, mankind. في أحسن تقويم, in best of shapes, best of forms. Again, لقد خلقنا الإنسان, same as the first one, في كبد. Now those of us we know حرف الجر. في means in. The word كبد is hardship. Hardship. Indeed, we have created humans in hardship. The life is so hard. For some people, extremely hard. We have to struggle. Yes, obviously, you don't get anything without struggling. Allah wants to give us Jannah just like that. We have to work for it. Next, وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ مُوسَى بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. Okay, this is another verb. We haven't included this verb yet. Again, is one of the famous verb. Those of us we know is a ja'a. The reason I haven't included till yet, this is another group of fi'l that has hamza in it. Hamza in it. So hamza can be at the beginning, hamza can be in the middle, hamza can be at the end. So this verb has hamza at the end. Last letter is hamza. So ja'a, to come. Ja'a, fail. Let's find the fa'il. Who came? Musa. Hold on. We thought fa'il will have dhamma in halat al-rafa. Yes, that's correct. But these are some words, Musa, obviously you cannot change that. So we will say the word Musa is in halat al-rafa. And those words, they don't change. So what is maf'ul? Maf'ul is damir kum. So Musa alayhi salam came to you bil bayyinati, with clear proofs. Okay, a few more examples, then we will end the lesson today. وَلَقَدْ نَصَرَكُمُ اللَّهُ بِبَدْرٍ وَأَنْتُمْ أَذِلَّةٌ. Strong meaning that is indeed Allah helped you. Allah helped you in Badr. وَأَنْتُمْ, while you were weak. أَذِلَّةٌ. 313 people against more than 1,000 people. So they were weak. So Allah helped them to make it strong. So here Nasara the fa'il, lafz Allah is the fa'il, and kum coming with fa'il, which is the damir maf'ul bihi, maf'ul. Next, لَقَدْ صَدَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ وَعَدَهُ. Sadaqa fa'il, lafz Allah the fa'il, kum is the maf'ul, and sadaqa needs two maf'ul, another maf'ul wa'ada. Allah has fulfilled His promise to you. Sadaqa, to tell the truth according with the sentence, fulfilled. Next, لَقَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَهُ. That is the maf'ul. الَّذِينَ قَالُوا, those who said. Allah has heard those who said. Allah has heard qawla, what they said, or conversation they said. Taqala, again another famous verb we did not include so far. In the coming lessons we'll use all these fields. Next one, لَقَدْ أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَهُ is in halat al-nasb, which is the maf'ul. Indeed, Allah has taken an oath. Bani Israel, from Bani Israel. Next, لقد جاءكم رسول. رسول here is the fa'il. جاءكم is the maf'ul. من أنفسكم, within you, amongst you. Indeed, a messenger came, or there has been a messenger within yourself. He's not from somewhere else, he's from you. Okay, next, last one. وَلَقَدْ جَعَلْنَا فِي السَّمَاءِ بُرُوجًا. جَعَلْنَا, the na is the fa'il. What is the maf'ul? بُرُوجًا. Indeed, we have made, or we've put, according to the context, in the heavens, big stars. Buruj, big stars. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of the examples. You asked a question. Come on, we did this in a few lessons now. The lesson yesterday, the lesson before, does maf'ul come before the fa'il? As we said, maf'ul even can come before the fa'il. Yes, maf'ul can also even come before the fa'il, as long as we see it is in halatul nasb, and there is no any other ism halatul nasb in the sentence, then yes, we have to make that maf'ul. Or some fa'il require two maf'uls, yes, another maf'ul can come after it. Yes, so maf'ul even can come before fa'il, even before fa'il. Yeah. And the damirs we've learned yesterday, that always comes with the fa'il. So you need to watch the last lesson, yesterday's lessons video. So these damir coming as maf'ul, that always comes with the fa'il, has to be before the fa'il, okay? Yes, the qad is only used for fa'il madi. This is what our title is. Our title is to the making fa'il madi emphatic. Fa'il madi. We're not going to talk about any other fa'il at the moment, which we have done. We're only going to talk about the fa'il we are doing. Yes, fa'il mudari, it has something else to make emphatic for fa'il mudari. We'll talk about that when you do fa'il madi. But this is, sorry, fa'il mudari. But this is fa'il madi. Yeah. Qad only comes with fa'il madi. Yes, now and then, qad also can come with fa'il mudari. We'll talk about that when we do fa'il mudari. Okay. Yes, in the beginning, when we said fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul, this is the normal order. Yes, normal order. But with damirs, yesterday lesson, we finalized it. With damir, the damir comes with the fa'il. You cannot write damir separate from the fa'il to make a maf'ul. Even an ism can also become or come before the fa'il. Why? Either to put more emphasis on that word. The example I gave you is the last lesson, the lesson before. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم. That example perfect for this. Maf'ul came before the failed. I'm going to say today, the day of Arafah, how important day is. So I want to emphasize the day. Today, Arafah day, a special day today. Today, I've completed your religion. So now remember, yes, maf'ul can come anywhere in the sentence, but the normal order is fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul. So in normal Arabic conversation, very rare we see maf'ul coming at the beginning. In normal Arabic conversation, we follow the order. But it's only in the Quran that we find maf'ul is coming before or after. Okay? Alhamdulillah. Good. All right. So next time you read the Quran, look for this qad and laqad. You know the sentence is strong. Even in translation, there is no translated the word indeed or surely. But now we know, as whenever we see qad or laqad, it is emphatic. Allah is emphasizing a lot. Look, I've done everything for you. You know it, surely. I've helped you in Badr. You know that, 100%. Surely I have you Badr. Otherwise, you would lose in Badr. You only 313 people. So if Allah did not have, who would help you? You are weak. You didn't have enough horses. You didn't have enough arrows and swords. So Allah helped you. Now you're forgetting Allah. He is the one who created you. He's the one who's giving you everything, food and drink and clothes. If he stopped everything, then where are you going to go? There is no one for you other than Allah. So therefore we worship Allah. He is our Lord, our Creator. We thank Allah that everything is given us. That's it. And we ask Allah to save us, protect us in this world, and give us the tawfiq to be His. That's it. That's all we can. To be only His. That's it. Make Him your friend. Allahu waliyul ladhina amanu. Yes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.